So is this on right now?
Yeah.
This is happening? Okay.
It is. All real.
It's all real. Okay. One of the things I'm really interested in is material transformation and the idea of the transmutation of matter. And so one material transforming into another material, transforming into another material, and I've started to get really, really close to being kind of measured about it. So right now, I've been working with glass a lot, and I'm doing cast glass. So this is our kiln right here, and actually I was about to open it up, but that would be bad. I feel really lucky to use the glass because it's this material, it's just so interesting. I mean, from a technical standpoint, it goes through a material transformation, and then it carries all this decorative history with it, which is just fascinating to me. And so I've been casting obsidian, and this is an alum crystal. So this is a cast off of this guy, and then these are from this mold. During the summertime, the sun doesn't really come out until 2. So if you were gonna just hang out all night and then sleep till 2, this is the place to do it. Because I wake up early and I'm like, oh, it's a terrible day. I think I'll just do everything depressed. And then once I've spent the whole day inside and canceled all my plans, the sun comes out in 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like, oh, it's a lovely day. I just jumped the gun too early. That's what I was saying about it's so easy to get really spoiled and just get wrapped up in your day-to-day. And so sometimes it's so good to just stop in these little places that are really, you go there and you're like, I live in a great place. And the whole idea is that they slowly change form and then go back again. And then there's also a color shift. So you'll see there's these repeating, both ends start with a different stone. And these were originally obsidian, and then I made a cast off of them. And then they start to build and crystallize or melt. It's really hard to change your work and to get out of that autopilot, and I just was stuck in this kind of autopilot mode for a while where I felt like I was just making my work. I love that Hylozoic piece, that big black piece I think is really successful. It's one of my favorite pieces. I love the grotto piece, but I do think they're pretending to be something. The grotto piece addresses that. Hylozoic, it's okay. It doesn't talk about it, I think, but some of the other work, it just seemed like it was just pretending to be something, and so it was good to push myself. But I came out here and was just floored by the natural world, and I was still making work about how we create it and how that's pretty faux and how we turn nature into something decorative. But it's so real here, it's hard to ignore. that you have control. You know, you have control over yourself, you have control over the work that you make. There's some things that I know will always be there, like my hand and my sensibility, and I don't worry about that. But the ability to shift materials, like to go from working with burlap to working with glass is very different, or to start a process that involves a lot of mathematics. It's very exciting. In some ways it's freeing, but in some ways you just realize there's more you could do. I was just in my studio working, you know, thinking, I was like, oh, this is what it is, alchemy. I'm so smart, I'm so excited. And then I was talking, I work with these MFA students who are actually out in the world every day and talking to people. And one of them made some joke about everybody being into alchemy. And I was like, yeah, alchemy, whatever. You know, like obviously everyone's into that. And I went home and I was like, I have to come up with something new to do.